All right, artists, for the second part of this project, our Ayers rock, you can pull up that presentation if you want to look at the picture again. I have mine pulled up off camera where you can't see it, and I'm using that as my reference while I'm working. So I'm going to go in and add my background and my sky now. When I'm looking at the picture, I notice that there are green plants, but the soil is still red and orange underneath. The clouds are blue with white clouds, or white. The sky is blue with white clouds. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out my colors, my blues, and I'm still using crayons. I'm going to pick out some reds and some oranges for that ground. I'm going to pick out some greens for those bushes, maybe some yellows. Just use whatever you can find, whatever you have in your box. Some browns, red, orange. Do a dark orange in here, that would be really good. Here's a darker orange. Alright, once we've got our colors ready, then it's a lot easier to work. Okay, so we can see I've got a couple of different colors of orange, 3 different colors of orange. I've got some red and some brown for the soil. I've got 2 different colors of blue for the sky. And I've got some greens and some yellows for those plants. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the plants. And when I'm looking at it, I can see that there is pretty much a line that kind of comes like this. And we have plant life, and it's pretty spiky. It's pretty regular all the way through here. So I'm just kind of going up and down, giving it some zigzags and some texture. And it's going to get a little bit smaller as I go back, because as things get farther away, they get smaller. Tiny little zigzags. Now, I've heard from a couple of you who are doing this project, and I cannot wait to see them, because this was a challenge, and I'm proud of you for taking this challenge on. Okay, I'm going to add a couple. I'm going to leave a little bit of space in here for that red dirt. Okay, I'm going to add a couple little plants, just some little zigzaggy spots in between. Now I've got my light green done. I'm going to go in with some of my other colors. I'm going to use some of that dark green in here and add some spots of darker green. See, like a nice little patch here. Again, if we squint our eyes like we're looking at the sun, you can see those darks and lights a little easier. But quite frankly, you're the artist here, so you know you can change the grass color any way you want. It doesn't have to be exactly the way that we see it on the picture. It's up to you. As things get farther away, we're going to go smaller. I'm going to make some little spiky ones down here. More little spiky ones here. I'm going to go in with some yellow. I'm just trying to get that mix of different colors as if this were a natural field. And there might even be a little bit of brown in here, especially towards the back. I see like a whole little patch of brown back here. Okay, that looks good for now. Okay, now we're going to go in and add that soil at the bottom. Now the soil has that orangey red, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in here. I'm going to go in and around my little plants. Try to get that in here. Okay. I'm going right around those leaves. All right, now I'm going to go really lightly over my green, and that's going to just tone it down a bit, and it's going to make that grass look a little darker. I'm just barely pressing with my crayon. Okay, now I'm going to add some more orange down here to make this a little brighter. Not worrying about overlapping too much, because with the lighter orange it actually makes the green look more green and the browns look more brown. I really like the effect that we get when we layer with crayons. It looks glossy and bright, and it just really comes together nicely. We want to bring this right on up to the edge of our rock. Okay, now I'm going to put in a little bit more green, some more grass in here, make this pop a little more. Get in with this lighter green. Looking good. All right, I'm loving it. It's really starting to look like the kind of wild outback. Okay, now we get to put in that sky. And I'm going to take a little bit of my blue here. I'm going to outline some of those clouds, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a few in. So I'm going to put a line here, and I'm going to put in those rounded edges. So I've got a couple like that. I'm going to put a couple little puffy ones, just little puff balls, and maybe like another long flat one here with a rounded edge. Rounded. I'm going to make one come right off the edge here. And maybe like another little puffy one up here. Okay, so I've got my clouds in. Now I'm going to go right around them and add my blue sky. And I'm just coloring really lightly with my blue because I don't have a light blue crayon. So I'm just going to use the blue I have and color lightly with it. Blue and orange are opposite on the color wheel. So that means that when we put them right next to each other, they're going to make each other appear brighter to our eye. So that is going to make a rock stand out even more. I'm just trying to color in one direction so that my sky looks nice and neat and my clouds stand out. Okay, that's it. If you wanted to add, a little bit of that blue down here, you could. Make it look a little darker. If you wanted to add some black or other brown, you could do that. And we could add some black down in here, like to make this grass a little darker in the back. It's never a bad idea. Helps sort of break up the space a little. Alright, that's it. Now when we're done, you're going to take a picture of it and click that Turn In Here link, and then upload your picture so I can see it. I cannot wait to see how these turn out. If you have any questions, send me a note or send me a note messenger or a video in our Schoology Messenger. Alright, have fun!